It has a steel bow. Before then, they weren't steel. They were some of them were composite, a mixture of leather, wood, and horn. Then before then, they were wood until going all the way back to the Chinese. Apparently, they had great big bows.
And even like ancient Greeks and Sicilians, Greek Sicilians had something like that, the belly bow, as mentioned, wooden construction.
Wood. And this one, it's a killer without a doubt.
Oh, right?
Yeah. Now, the wooden prod, as you can see, it's really heavy. I'm not sure what this one is. I think it's oak, if you want the truth. You have
I would have say oak or ash, if from a medieval perspective, probably.
Groove here, which is often waxed, where the bolt actually sits.
Man, look at that beast of a bolt.
Bolt in English, quarrel in French, and we actually say, go pick a quarrel. So your bowstring.
In Italian, we would say quadrello. Quadrello.
I'm not sure because I've never replaced this one, but there's probably over 100 yards of triple thread in this. And this is the nut.
Yeah.
When it's loading, it's put there, the string passes over it.
Boom.
And it locks.
Yeah.
The trigger now, or the lever, is there just to release it. The bow itself is held in with these steel wedges to brace the whole thing. And if you look, it's marked just here in front of the stirrup to make sure you've got it right. These have to be regularly checked. This one's a heavy steel one.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to break it.
The stirrup itself means that you can actually put the crossbow down, put your foot into it, and steady it. You then
Some lower poundage ones, you can do this and manually reload. I doubt this one you could. Too heavy.
Put all of the winding mechanism on, wind him up, click, and then you can shoot him.
Yeah.
If you look at it the other way, all this is a simple lever that's on a V-spring. As you pull him in, the nut releases. When you push him out, it actually locks. So it is a very crude trigger. These are difficult to shoot. They're not straightforward. They're not a light crossbow that you can shoot from a horse.
Right.
These, well, if you want to be one of these crossbowmen, you've got to be a member of a team.
Yeah, and also you could rest it on the shield. That's obviously something that they did. I imagine he'll do it if he's actually going to shoot today, and I imagine he is, since he said he's in the pit because of that. I'm really looking forward to see him shoot it.
Now, I'm wearing the French colours. Difficult for me, I know, being an Englishman. But the French had lots of crossbowmen, and it was the French who...
And the Italians.
...hired the Genoese crossbowmen, and the Genoese have to be the most famous crossbowmen of all time in the West.
Absolutely.
Now, because this beast, as I keep calling it, of a crossbow is so heavy and hard to use, you have to have a bit of protection on the battlefield. Voila! This is a Pavis. Or should I say, it's Kevin. He's made a model of a Pavis. This is 1/2 inch wood. It's got a central spine that allows you to have a wooden stake, which I've hammered into the ground. They were quite beautiful when they were decorated.
Some were incredible, like the actual paintings. Sometimes when I look at those, I'm like, oh no, don't take that to the... If I was your opponent, I could have tried to break it with an axe or whatever, because it's too beautiful. It's like I'm attacking a painting. I feel like I'm some kind of barbarian.
Just done this in the fleur-de-lis of France.
Yeah.
So the way it works with a Pavis, fair enough if you've got a little crossbow or a smaller crossbow, you can carry your Pavis on your back.
On your back,
When you're reloading, you can turn around, offer your back to the enemy. Hey, that's pretty neat, isn't it? If you've got the great big crossbow, as I've got, and then the enormous Pavis, you operate in a team of 3, and this is what the...
I honestly think even with light crossbows, you would still place it on stationary level on the ground rather than turning around, unless it's like a very dynamic situation where you're moving, you've got a crossbow, light crossbow loaded, and then you start getting enemy fire, then sure, turn around if you don't have time, at least you get some protection. But I think even light crossbowmen, if they can and they are deployed correctly, they should put it on the ground, and that would be the medieval way. That's just me.
Genoese crossbowmen were specialists at the Pavis.
Yep.
Paviseur, you got this guy who hammers the stake in, steadies the Pavis. He has a spear. So he is there also to defend you. Then you have your reloader, who will have your second.
It's kind of a predecessor of the pike and shot formation. The idea of you've got your gunners, arquebusiers, and that sort of stuff, and then you've got the pikemen, because the gunners will shoot, for example, at enemy cavalry, but once cavalry gets close, then the pikemen deploy the pike and protect you and prevent the cavalry to wipe the floor with you while you reload, and then boom, you shoot them again. It's similar to that, but like a predecessor of it.